Are you ready to explore God's wild and wonderful world? Welcome to the Nat Theo podcast. I'm your host, Eryn. I'm a certified master naturalist, Bible teacher, and author, and I am so excited to dive into God's written word, the Bible, and His created world with you. A while back, I shared an episode about mountain lions. And in that episode, I also shared a story of when my family saw a mountain lion up in the mountains. It was an incredible experience seeing such a big, wild cat. You can hear that story and lesson on episode 22. But today, we are discovering God's designs in a very different type of lion, lions that live in Africa and Asia. Here's our trail map.
Are you ready?
We will learn, where do lions live? And how do lions raise families together? How sharp are lions' teeth? And how can we glimpse God's goodness in carnivores? Before we hit the trail, let's thank our sponsor who made this lesson possible, Masterbooks. Kids, I know you have big questions about the world around you. We receive so many of those questions every week. Today's lesson is answering one of those tough topics about why there are predators and prey. That's also why we love books, curriculum, and resources by Masterbooks. They tackle tough topics like dinosaurs, the worldwide flood, and how we can use science to understand and defend our faith. Visit masterbooks.com to explore their library of amazing and fun materials. Masterbooks does not shy away from the hard questions. Instead, their books and resources help answer your big questions with God's truth, so you can be equipped with bold faith. Visit masterbooks.com and dive deep into God's truth in every subject. It's time for our trivia question. How many teeth does an adult lion have? A, 24, B, 28, C, 30, or D, 32? Again, how many teeth does an adult lion have? A, 24, B, 28, C, 30, or D, 32? Take a guess and we will find out at the end of today's lesson. And Nat Theo Club members, after this lesson, click over to the bonus video. We will discover how a lion grows a mane and what the mane is for. You can find that bonus video at the link in our show notes or in your Nat Theo Club dashboard. Listeners, you can dive deeper with our weekly bonus videos, activity guides, nature devotions, and Bible and nature scavenger hunts when you join the Nat Theo Club at the link in our show notes. And here's a recent review from the Kurg family. They say, "We love your podcast. Thank you for your hard work. God bless you." God bless you also, Kurg family, and thank you for the encouraging review. Listeners, please take a moment to leave a rating and a review on Apple Podcast, and you might hear your review read on the show. All right, let's hit the trail. Lions are sometimes called the king of the jungle, but that's kind of a confusing nickname because they don't really live in the jungle. They mostly live in savannas and grasslands in sub-Saharan Africa. Sub-Saharan Africa is the large area of Africa made up of many countries that are south of the Saharan Desert. I spent a summer in sub-Saharan Africa when I was 14 years old. I was in the beautiful country of Malawi. I saw many monkeys, and I even heard hippos in the lake at night, but I did not see any lions. There is also a small population of a different kind of lion that lives in western India. These are called Asiatic lions. They live around the Gir Forest in Gir National Park. So African lions live in sub-Saharan Africa, and Asiatic lions live in a single national park and refuge in western India. Lions used to roam in a lot more areas, and there used to be a lot more lions. Around 100 years ago, there were believed to be around 200,000 African lions. Today, there are only around 23,000, so almost a 90% drop in the lion population. Why are there so many less lions than there were around 100 years ago? For one, they have suffered from habitat loss, so there are simply less areas where they can live. Towns, farms, and roads have spread into lion habitat, breaking it up so that lions have smaller spaces. They also have less wild animals to eat. So when prey that they eat, like antelope and zebra, lessen, lions struggle to find food. Lions also have a lot of conflict with people. They sometimes take livestock, and in return, people may kill lions to protect their animals. There's also illegal killing, where people poach or even poison lions sometimes. And also, disease and drought can harm lion populations. Now, all of these are very hard things for lions, and they are because of sin's curse. Sin's curse set nature off balance, and it disrupted God's original designs. Disease and drought, those are a result of the curse. And people and lions having a lot of conflict is also a result of the curse. But listener, there is hope. For one, we know that one day God is going to make all things new and restore peace and harmony in His creation. But even right now, we can see glimpses of Him making things new through the efforts of people. Asiatic lions are a reminder of that hope. You see, around 100 years ago, there were less than 20 Asiatic lions left. They had nearly gone extinct, meaning that there would be no more of their species on Earth. Thankfully, people stepped up to help. In 1965, India's Forest Department made a special safe home for Asiatic lions called the Gir National Park and Wildlife Refuge. After that, the lions started to increase in population. In the year 1968, there were 177 Asiatic lions. And by 2005, that had climbed to 359 Asiatic lions. In 2015, there were 523, and in 2020, it was up to almost 700 of these special lions. The people's careful protection worked. There are now around 890 Asiatic lions. This is a beautiful picture of protecting God's creation so that we do not lose the amazing creatures He has made. And amazing they are. Let's now look at how God created lions to live together and take care of their families. Lions are social animals. That means they like to live with other lions. They live together in a group called a pride. A lion pride is a family group of lions that lives together, usually females and their cubs, plus one to a few adult males, and they share food, protect each other, and defend their territory. This is really interesting. Lions are the only big cats that live together in community like this. Other types of wild cats mostly live on their own. A lion pride is very unique and special in nature. The female lions are called lionesses. The lionesses in a pride are almost always related. This kind of family, led by related females, is called matrilineal. Matrilineal is a family system where related females, such as mothers, daughters, and sisters, stay together, and they pass the family group on through the mother's side. The female lionesses do most of the hunting for the pride together. We will learn more about how they hunt in a few minutes. Along with hunting, they give birth and raise lion babies called cubs. The lionesses don't only take care of their own cubs, they also help take care of each other's cubs. When animal mothers care for babies of other animals in their species, it's called all-mothering. We learned about all-mothering on lesson 80 when we discovered how female elephants care for and help young elephants that are not their own babies. Humans also practice all-mothering. Aunts, grandmothers, and friends might help a mother with a baby by offering to hold or play with her baby or use a bottle to feed the little one. Lionesses have their cubs around the same time, so there are a lot of new babies and many females to help care for them. Lionesses help protect, teach, and feed any of the lions in their pride. All of this mothering help means that more lion cubs survive to adulthood. This brings up a great question from one of our listeners.
Hello, my name is Monty. I live in New Jersey. I'm 7 years old, and my question is, how long do lions care for their young?
That is a great question, Monty. How long do lions care for their young? The cubs stop drinking milk from the lionesses when they are around 8 months old, but they continue to depend on the female lions, learning important lessons and skills from them until they are around 2 or 3 years old. Female lionesses, they stay with their pride for their entire lives, forming deep bonds with each other. So that means that female cubs normally stay with the pride and live with their mothers and sisters their entire lives. But at about 2 to 3 years old, the male cubs will be driven away from the pride by the older adult male or males. The male cubs go off on their own. They'll wander for a while, and they might even join up with a few other male lions for a better chance at survival. Eventually, the male cub might challenge the male of another pride, and if he wins, he can take over and have a pride of his own. So, a lion pride is made up of mostly related females and their cubs. There is also a male lion, or in some cases, a few male lions. Those male lions are not related to the females, but they come from a different pride. It's a misconception that male lions are lazy and never hunt or help the pride. They are very important for protecting the pride from danger, and they do sometimes hunt. While females hunt together, working as a team to bring down a large animal, male lions normally hunt on their own or with a small group of males. But how exactly do lions hunt? Remember that the female lionesses do much of the hunting together. Just like they work together in raising cubs, they work together in getting food for the pride. Sometimes they will corner an animal, such as an antelope. One lioness will sneak up on the antelope, stalking it in the grass. Then it will jump up and chase it toward the other lionesses who are hiding and waiting to attack. A lion can run at around 50 miles per hour or around 80 kilometers per hour, but not for very long. Just like cheetahs, they are sprinters, not long-distance runners. When a lion or a group of lions is successful in hunting, the male lion in the pride normally gets first dibs on the meal. After that, the lionesses eat, and then after them, the cubs. This brings up a great question from one of our listeners.
Hi, I'm Bennett. I'm 5 years old, and I'm from Michigan. And my question is, how sharp are lions' teeth?
You know, Bennett, I have never been close enough to a lion to really see how sharp its teeth actually are. I have seen lions in zoos, but normally they're taking a nap and not showing off their teeth. Lions rely on sharp teeth to kill prey and eat meat off the bone, and they have teeth that are especially good for this. But they are not born with super sharp teeth. Like you, lions have a set of baby teeth that they lose. They lose their baby teeth by the time they are 15 months old, and they grow adult teeth, which are very sharp. Some of their adult teeth are called canine teeth. They have 2 canine teeth on the top and 2 on the bottom. These are those very large, pointed teeth that we often think about when we think about lions. They are around 7 centimeters long, so about as long as my index finger. Canine teeth are excellent for gripping prey and holding tight to large animals so they can't get away. Canine teeth are large and impressive, but they are not the lion's sharpest teeth. Lions also have carnassial teeth. Carnassial teeth are farther back in their mouths, and they are sharp molars. These carnassial teeth work like scissors. When a lion bites down, the top and bottom teeth slide past each other to slice meat into smaller pieces that they can swallow. All of these amazing teeth come in handy for a lion. More than that, they need them because lions are obligate carnivores. An obligate carnivore is an animal that relies on meat for the nutrition it needs. You see, lions have to eat meat in order to survive, and they use their specially designed canine and carnassial teeth to get the meat that their pride needs. But why do lions hunt in the first place? This brings up another great question from one of our listeners.
Hello everybody, my name is Charlotte and I am 9 years old. My very big question is, why do carnivores and herbivores and decomposers live on Earth? What happens if God removes lions or lions never existed?
This is indeed a very big question, Charlotte, and an important one. Carnivores eat meat, and along with lions, there are a lot of carnivores in the world. Why do so many animals have to rely on killing and eating other animals? Eating meat requires that something dies, and death was never a part of God's original plan for creation. In God's original design, everything was perfect, and animals and humans could get all the nutrition they need from plants. Listen to what God said in Genesis 1:29-30. God said, "Look, I have given you all the plants that have grain for seeds and all the trees whose fruits have seeds in them. They will be food for you. I have given all the green plants as food for every wild animal, every bird of the air, and every small crawling animal." And it happened. So, if God gave all the plants for food, why do some creatures and humans eat meat? When the first people, Adam and Eve, chose to disobey God, sin's curse fell upon the earth. Many things in God's creation became broken, and many things changed, including animal behavior. Both the fossil record and the Bible point to the fact that animals began eating meat from other animals after the curse. Let's look at both. First, in the fossils. Many animals died during the worldwide flood, and their bones were preserved as fossils. Those fossils show evidence that many animals at that time were meat-eating animals. The Bible seems to reflect this. Genesis 6:11 talks about the time right before the worldwide flood. It says, "Now the earth was corrupt in God's sight and was full of violence." The earth being full of violence likely included animals attacking and eating each other, and that agrees with what we see in the fossils. Finally, after the flood, God gave humans permission to eat meat from animals. Genesis 9:3 says, "Everything that moves, everything that is alive, is yours for food. Earlier I gave you the green plants, but now I give you everything for food." So, because of sin's curse, many things in nature changed. Many animals needed meat to live, and a lion's canine and carnassial teeth help them get what they need. Charlotte also asked about what would happen if God removed lions or lions never existed. Well, God made everything, including lions, good and with great purpose. And we can glimpse that purpose even on a planet cursed by sin. Part of a lion's purpose now is to help keep nature in balance. You see, sin's curse set much of nature off balance. It disrupted God's good designs. Now, there can be too many grazing animals in one area, and that can destroy the vegetation and cause some of those animals to starve to death because there is not enough plant food for all of them. Lions help this problem by hunting some of the grazers and keeping them in good balance. This is so important, listeners, because if too many grazers eat too many plants, other creatures that use plants, such as birds and pollinating insects, can suffer. Plants also help clean the air on Earth. So if grazers eat all of them, the plants can no longer act as nature's filters. When lions hunt grazing animals, it also helps prevent the spread of disease. Too many grazers in one area can lead to more spread of illness and disease. So while it is hard to think about lions and other predators killing animals, we can still glimpse purpose and goodness in it. They are helping to restore and keep balance in God's creation. Listeners, things will not always be off balance and broken. There will not always be violence across the world. One day, God will restore all things. Animals and people will live in harmony and peace together. Listen to how that time is described in Isaiah 11:6-7. Then wolves will live in peace with lambs, and leopards will lie down to rest with goats. Calves, lions, and young bulls will eat together, and a little child will lead them. Cows and bears will eat together in peace. Their young will lie down to rest together. Lions will eat hay as oxen do. Did you catch that last part? Lions will eat hay like oxen do. In God's new creation, lions won't have to kill and eat animals anymore. There will be no more death. As Revelation 21:4 says, He will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and there will be no more death, sadness, crying, or pain, because all the old ways are gone. I am very excited to one day explore that wild and wonderful world. And listener, I want to make sure that you will also be exploring God's new creation. You see, sin's curse did not only mess up nature, it also separated us from God, because He is holy and pure. He has no sin, and He will not be around sin. And we, as humans, are born into sin. But there is great news. Jesus came to earth to die in our place, taking our punishment for sin, and rising to new life so that we also can have new, eternal life in God. When we choose to follow Jesus as our Savior, we get to be with God forever in eternity. Have you ever made that decision? If you haven't, today is a great day to do that. It is the most important decision you can ever make. I decided to follow Jesus when I was 5 years old, and it was the greatest decision I ever made, and it changed my life forever. You can simply talk to God with a simple prayer like this. Dear God, I know I have sinned and done things that go against your ways. I'm sorry. Thank you for sending your Son, Jesus, as a perfect sacrifice to take my punishment for sins. I choose to turn from sinful ways and follow you. Help me live in your ways by your power. I'm so grateful that one day I will live with you in eternity. Amen. Listener, if you have just made that decision, there is great rejoicing in heaven. I encourage you to tell your parent or caregiver or your pastor so that they can celebrate with you. It's time now to answer a question from one of our listeners. Here is today's question.
Hey, my name is Titus, and I am 9 years old, and I live in Louisiana. Do jellyfish have organs? It doesn't look like it. And if they don't, how do they survive?
Good question, Titus. Do jellyfish have organs? If they don't, how do they survive? Although jellyfish have fish in their name, jellyfish are not actually fish. They are a special type of marine invertebrate, or a creature without a backbone, called a cnidarian. Jellyfish are very different from most of the other animals that God made. He made them without the organs that we need to function. like brains, hearts, and lungs. But even without these important organs, jellyfish survive swimmingly with the help of a special nervous system called nerve nets that control the jellyfish's movements and allows it to sense its surroundings or what's going on around it. Jellies don't have lungs or a heart to pump oxygenated blood throughout their bodies, but God designed them to absorb or take in oxygen from the water straight into their thin bodies. Jellyfish do have a very simple digestive system that works to digest or break down food. Did you know that a jellyfish eats and gets rid of its waste through the same opening? Jellyfish are fascinating marine creatures. Their magnificent design showcases God's incredible creativity. If you want to learn more about God's amazing jellyfish, make sure to listen to Lesson 47. Thanks for your great question, Titus. Stay curious about God's wild and wonderful world. Nat Theo Club members, make sure after this lesson to click over to the bonus video where we will discover how a lion grows a mane and what those fluffy manes are for. You can find that bonus video in the show notes or your Nat Theo Club dashboard. All right, it's time to answer our trivia question. How many teeth does an adult lion have? A, 24, B, 28, C, 30, or D, 32? The answer is C, 30. Adult lions have a total of 30 teeth. They have 12 incisors, 4 of those long canine teeth, and 14 of those carnassial molars that act like scissors for cutting up meat. Now it's your turn to explore. See if you can find and watch a creature hunting. Of course, we will not do this with lions, but can you find a bird catching an insect, or a frog snatching a fly, or a fox pouncing on a mouse? Watch and consider how they carefully hunt to get the food that they need. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this lesson on lions, please take a moment to send it to a friend, and subscribe, rate, and review Nat Theo wherever you listen. Until next time, keep exploring God's wild and wonderful world.
We are all